way.
You sound great right now, and you're picking up excellent on the stream. So
All right, ice cream. We good to go.
cool. I think I just went live, but we gotta wait and see right now. It's getting going here. We got 82 watching with like 60 likes, which is a good start. Likes wise, usually we have to like fucking push. Where's the live control room at?
You just ran back to the room.
Let's see. It's stream is good. Start streaming. Fox. There it is. Oh, we've been streaming for 15 seconds. All right, we're good now.
I just woke up like 8 minutes ago.
8 minutes ago. So you're telling me you woke up at 2:57,
Approximately.
and then yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Oh man, so I got to get the juices flowing. I got to drink this.
You gotta do some
Drink,
push-ups or something.
drink this warm ass cranberry juice that's been sitting right here.
You don't even have ice.
It's just been sitting here since last night. Fuck it.
No ice, guys.
Oh man.
That was refreshing. The room temperature cranberry juice.
Room temperature cranberry juice, man. It's gonna get the job done. It's gonna get me through the show.
All right.
All right, let's go.
64,
over here.
64 watching, 62 likes.
You're right. I gotta tweet it out.
Let's get this show going again, folks.
Hold up, timeouts. My man's name say the Great Muda though.
Highly likely.
Muda the God. Yes. Let me check his picture. Let me see. Let me check this picture. Wow, that is what the Great Muda looks like now. Why does he have so many belts wrapped around his neck? Okay. All right. Let's share this sucker. Sure, I'm thinking we gotta start throwing wrestling title in there, so when people see it on Twitter, they know what CAC Show is.
All right, I'll edit it.
Just going forward. It's going forward. It was something I was thinking about like about 2 seconds ago. Not all week or anything. Just something I just randomly thought of.
Okay.
All right, Smalls. What are we doing?
Let me check the Twitter.
You gotta check the Twitter. What's going on in the Twitterverse?
Let's see what we got. Notifications. Let me ask you, Isa, how was your weekend? How was your Valentine's Day? Because your Instagram looked incredible.
Went to a hibachi. And my man, you've been to a hibachi before, right?
What's a hibachi?
Hibachi grill, where where they it's a Japanese place. They do the cooking right in front of your face. They got the big ass table out there, and they
Like a Benihana?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Different name over there.
Probably.
Yeah, but they put on their singing. Not sing, but they put on their little act and whatever. I recorded a couple of videos from it, and I put one of them in one of my videos today. And the guy botched the egg throw. His bad. But speaking of which, I gotta tell you, because this was funny there. So the dude, they use sake to, pour on the table before they light the fire or whatever.
Right.
So they're doing that. They're doing a sake gimmick, and the guy's going around the table asking everybody if they want to squirt in their mouth with the sake.
What?
Yeah, right. So everybody declined.
He literally said squirt.
Well, no, he didn't say anything. He was just pointing the bottle, like looking to squirt something.
Oh, yeah,
so
you just added the word squirt.
I added squirt.
Okay.
So no, everybody declined. So then he does another.
You didn't want a squirt of sake in your mouth?
I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So so then he goes. Now he's tossing broccoli, and people's like he chops up the broccoli real fine and starts launching it up in the air. His aim is pretty bad. His egg throwing technique was he botched it at the end. Then he goes around with this. What was it? Okay, so after that, he has this thing. I'm gonna skip what he did at my table. I'm just gonna go to what the guy behind us did because the guy behind us was completely out of control. They have this little boy, this little thing where you push it down, like you push the head down, and the little boy drops his pants and he pees. But
Whoa.
I think it's like water probably.
Okay.
So
I understand.
the guy behind us, he says, what the hell did he says? I love sucky sucky. It makes my kitties lucky. I don't know, some shit that he says. And then he starts squirting the sake in people's mouths. They obliged. First he started off with some guy. Some guy had his mouth wide open, tongue dangling out all over the place.
Jesus.
So then he gets to the guy's wife. This is when I caught it. Mind you, this is after he said something about wanting to get sucked off all stupid.
No, it sounds like sucky and sake sound very similar.
Yeah, so then after the wife got drowned and jizzed all stupid, she has like a little, her little daughter next to her who has to be all of 4 or 5 years old. She's sitting there with her tongue out, all stupid with the like not the Brock Lesnar, but she's dangling her tongue out all stupid because she
Oh.
wants some jizz in her mouth. So he put the bottle away. He put the bottle away, right? Turns around with the little boy, starts squirting the pee in her mouth. I'm like, yo, this guy over here is completely out of control.
He's just squirting it in his water though, right?
Yeah, it's water, but so he figures he can't squirt the sake in the little girl's mouth. So he pulls out the little boy, pushes on the head. The boy's, pulling his head down, peeing in the girl's mouth. I'm like, yo, this guy's out of control. Oh my god. And then we left. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool place.
He just ended up just peeing in kids' mouths.
I just found that to be noteworthy. Maybe I should have recorded that part because that shit was nuts.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
So,
But go ahead.
Let's see here.
What did Smalls do for Valentine's Day? Did he go knees deep? Because I came home and went to sleep after.
Really?
Bro, I was tired. I had the itis. I was fucking food up.
Did you go with your girl, or did you go with somebody else?
See, why they don't really claim folk? That was Aiden's mother.
I don't put a title on anything.
Yo, no titles given out, man. If I do, I gotta get a Triple H title.
The director of the director of operations.
It needs to have shovels on it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, and then and good thing nothing happened because I guess she had a bad reaction to the food, and it really messed up her stomach, and then she had to go to ER the next day
Oh shit.
from the food. I don't know. Maybe she took down the sushi wrong or something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Shit happens.
I went to a place called Umami Burger, which is a fancy burger place out here in Los Angeles.
Umami burger.
Yeah. It's
Umami burger.
UMAMI.
Umaga burger. All right, let's go.
Okay, so I went to Umami Burger with this girl. We ate whatever. We got the burgers and all the deliciousness, and the ice cream was fucking ridiculous, but it was all good. Went home and yeah, I went knees deep, so that was cool.
So let me ask you this: when you went knees deep, right? Because I'm working on developing this new position, right? It's kind of gay, but listen, you got to hear me out though. So you're going knees deep, like say you got your knees planted, like dead in the bed, like you got fucking craters in your bed from the knees, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from the knee to the ankle, like that part, just knee to ankle. So the shins, all of that right there, like you just got that in the air with your toes curled. Like you don't be doing that. The toes curls a little over the top, a little bit.
Hold on, I'm envisioning myself in that position right now. Hold on, I'm trying to.
All right. So you have to be over top of her, right?
Yeah,
You
obviously.
got to have your palms like you can either have them on her face or you can have them in the bed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Depends on how aggressive you are.
so you didn't do the Undertaker pin on her face?
Yes,
Okay.
depends on how aggressive you are and if they're into that.
Okay.
So that's where all your pressure is there, and in your knees,
Your knees.
and then your shins and heels are in the air unnecessarily. Like they're not on the
So
bed; they're just
you're
up.
leveraging your whole body on the bed or her face and are just thrusting out uncontrollably.
Yes, but your shins and feet got to be in the air with your toes curled.
But how I'm trying to figure out how you gotta have some serious hip action then. You better be hitting it hard as fuck from that angle though. Because now I got it now. It's all in the hips. You gotta have a strong hip core.
You- a strong hip core. I'm trying not to be loud because Aiden's over here asleep. But the hip core though,
You need
that's just
strong
something. It's
hips.
just something to think about.
You don't need a strong back. Like you need strong hips. You need like Fandango hips.
Yeah. Oh shit, Fandango. Fuck. All right, he went there. He went there. But you went knees deep in there though.
Pretty much.
Did you scream out, "This one's for you, Wiser," while you was in it?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not.
why is it sad?
Mainly because you didn't live stream while going balls deep that one time, because that would have been ridiculously hilarious.
Oh, I should have took the mute off.
Yeah.
So many people would have got in trouble if I would have took that mute off.
So many people. Let's see here. All right, so let's just knock out two quick things.
All right.
Biggie and Cesaro. The name changes. There's no longer Biggie Langston. He's no longer Antonio Cesaro. What do you think of just going with the name changes?
We're on the show though. I think it was unnecessary. Mainly that. I think it was unnecessary, and just the way that their names flowed actually was pretty cool. But now it's just, I guess, a single name. Like if Vince wants to have guys with single names, then they should, when they bring guys up, give them the single names. These guys already got a flow to their name already established. I don't really see the point in taking them away. I guess, because it makes them sound tougher. Fuck that. Make your wrestlers tougher. Make your booking tougher. Make shit matter.
Yeah, make shit matter.
What's your thought on a name change? That being completely out of the blue.
It's gonna be weird. Big E, I already called him Big E. Nobody says Langston, so that's
Yeah.
whatever. Cesaro,
Yeah, but when they announce it though, it just, I don't know. But go ahead.
and then Cesaro is just like, okay, whatever. Whatever. I don't know. It just sounds weird just calling a guy Cesaro now after calling him Antonio Cesaro. I'll roll with it though. I mean, he looks like he's getting a green light push. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm thinking, with them, oh my goodness, now all of a sudden my everything is going on. I'm doing a show. Okay. Hopefully Vince changing both of those guys' names. Hopefully that means that he's actually interested in investing in them.
Yeah, I think he's setting up Cesaro for a push here.
And Big E also.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Well, let's jump into it if that's where we were going next.
Oh, let me just write that things we gotta talk about. Well, let's talk about Raw. Raw was in LA this week.
Your hometown.
It was in my arena. Yes, the same arena where we saw SummerSlam.
How'd you feel about the crowd?
How did I feel about the crowd? The LA crowd?
Here for Raw.
It was good. It was hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was so hot they made the announcers talk shit about them.
Oh yeah, in the beginning and
Yeah,
during
like go away.
was it a commercial break?
No, it was the satellite. It was like before the show went live. So
All
somebody
right.
somebody leaked that out.
Oh, so there was footage.
Yeah, it was actual footage.
Oh, I thought they just put the word out.
No, they put it was actually footage of Michael Cole and JBL and Jerry Lawler talking.
I thought Seth Rollins had something to do with this also.
No, that was during a commercial break. You're thinking of the other junk. I put it in the chat. You said you saw it
How long ago?
when it happened. So last week.
Oh hell, I don't even remember what happened 5 minutes ago.
Oh well, it was just like the CM Punk chant started, and Michael Cole was like, "Oh, here we go again." And then it was like go, and he started a chant a "Go away" chant, like with himself and Jerry Lawler. Like I feel like Chicago's gonna murder the announce team.
Lawler did it too.
Yeah, Lawler was like,
How about JBL?
Go away. I think
How about JBL?
I think he just laughed, and it was like, doesn't seem like it's going strong, like with the "Go away" chant. So I don't know.
I mean, the best that they could do,
Yeah.
which they ended up doing, is they got to just put on a good show.
Yep.
That's all that they could do right now is put on a good show. But other than that, I mean, that's what they ended up doing. To me personally, I looked at some reviewers, and a lot of them, not a lot, but a few of them just thought it was a bad show. And I was like, I wonder why. Like, I didn't see it as a bad show. We'll talk about it. What's your thoughts about Raw overall?
I thought it was all right. I mean, there was a couple good matches in there. I don't know what people were picky about. A couple things we could have done without, but for the most part, it was dope.
The whole Santino and Fandango, Emma, and all of that saga going on.
Yeah, that was a bunch of garbage too. I mean, we got Lita getting inducted. A lot of people didn't like Ziggler getting squashed. A lot of people didn't care about the Cameron and the Bella Twins match. Nobody cared about all that shit.
All right, Ziggler got squashed, and I completely forgets by who. Was that by Invicta?
Real.
Invicta. All right. Yeah. While you was doing that, I remembered the name of the watches that I like, and like I was thinking about it over the weekend, but that just helped me remember. So I had to write it down. It had absolutely nothing to do with what you were doing there, but yeah, that was a pretty long there. But speaking of which, man, that dude just has the upper hand on Ziggler, huh?
Yeah, always.
Like, what is the deal with making Ziggler job out to him all the time? Like, he beat Del Rio for the title, right? That was Del Rio he beat
He pinned Del Rio, yeah.
when he cashed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ever since then, it was just a massive beating from Del Rio.
It's always been Del Rio,
Ziggler.
though. It's always been Del Rio. Remember when Ziggler originally first tried to cash in? Del Rio stopped him. And then this time, and then it's like Del Rio. He pinned on Del Rio. It's always been Del Rio and Ziggler. Always.
So, my question is, do you see why they would have a problem with Ziggler getting squashed?
Because he doesn't deserve it. He's actually a good worker.
I say this.
I think it's because he's a pain in the ass. They don't give him that push. He seems like a pain in the ass. With all the interviews and all the
You
shit.
think he might be like a CM Punk in the making?
A little bit, but he's just a pain in the ass. And, it's usually, Jim Cornette always said, if your favorite guy's not getting booked, well, he's probably a pain in the ass. So I'm thinking he's a pain in the ass. And Paul Heyman says the same thing. If he's not getting booked right, it's probably because he's a pain in the ass.
I could see a little CM Punk in him. When I say CM Punk, I don't mean in a negative way. Like I'll just leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean in that way. But I believe that if Ziggler made his name elsewhere and then came to WWE,
Mm-hmm.
then he would be like CM Punk. Like if he had the status behind him, because CM Punk he came into WWE with the ball completely in his court. You know, he could do no wrong. He was the internet darling. And, you know, he had a lot going for himself. And then when he was ready to leave, he was hot. He could have left when he was hot and just held WWE hostage. And then when he does leave, you know, he could still hold WWE hostage because he is still hot. Ziggler was grown in the WWE and pushed and de-pushed the way that they wanted him to be pushed and de-pushed. So they you know, control his destiny. And it's not like he has internet fans behind him, but internet fans didn't exactly. When I say internet fans, I mean like indies wrestler fans. They didn't exactly grow up with Ziggler, so WWE has that behind him, and it's like, well, what did you accomplish anywhere? You know, you leave here, you're gonna go and do some indie show, but you can't come back here and accomplish it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like kind of in reverse. So, but he has that mentality that he can be the best, which he should have. He doesn't have the size, but he has the mentality. It's just that they never put him in that spotlight for him to do it. Therefore, he has no leverage.
Right.
Zero leverage because he's accomplished virtually nothing.
Right.
Now, so you know, if he's pissing people off in the back, it might be that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I can understand the reason why they did squash with Del Rio. No matter who they put in that position, somebody was going to get squashed.
Mm-hmm.
Because you build him for Batista, but at the same time you make him like shit in front of Batista. But you build it for Batista, for the Batista match, make Del Rio look a little strong. And they didn't have much time.
Yeah, that was the problem. That match, they fit like 10 minutes worth of stuff in 2 minutes.
Yeah, but here's the problem that I have with the whole thing. You have a 3-hour show. Map your shit out more than like a week before. You know, like map it out so you know how much time each match should have, and no funny business happens like that where, you know, you got fucking Del Rio winning in one move. Like that was completely ridiculous and embarrassing. Completely embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It was using 3 hours
to go out there and get just one move like that. 2 moves. Hurt the arm with the knees, and the Veda Kedara. Like, come on, that's it. One move. Like, that's crazy.
I couldn't even count that because that, like, Jesus Christ, I gotta feel bad for Ziggler. It's like, damn, is he doing something every week, or they just piss you off one time and you just? Well, the story had come out years from now on what the hell's wrong with Ziggler and I guess the officials backstage.
Right.
Hopefully, because that's going to be one of the biggest mysteries. Once he does go, people are going to want to know, like, yo, what the fuck was happening in your time at WWE? Because it was ridiculous.
Right.
What else did we get on this show? Well, Batista.
Oh, who was huffing after like a spear?
Dick Batista came out. Why was Dick Batista so upset?
I don't know. What pissed off The Rock?
You're right. You're absolutely right. That was The Rock. What the hell was that all about? Like, he just comes out. You're gonna spear this guy. Then you're tired, dead tired. You're gonna put the guy through like for what? What did he do to you? Dick Del Rio was minding his own business. He won his match, and you come down like starting trouble with him. He ain't do nothing.
Batista couldn't even get a pop for saving Dolph Ziggler.
Nope. Batista. See, Batista's just a victim of coming in at the wrong time.
Yep.
Coming in at the wrong time. But Batista came in fire. Because there was already fire brewing. There's been fire brewing since SummerSlam. And he just came in at, like, I think even if The Rock came, he would get booed out of the building.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
don't think The Rock would get
He would probably get booed a lot more than Batista, as a matter of
It
fact.
depends where he comes back. If he came back like in a Chicago or something, oh my lord, he'd get ruined.
Where did Batista come back? Omaha or some
Yeah,
bullshit?
Dayton, Ohio, no pop.
True. And then the Royal Rumble was in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Right.
I think he would have got hammered in Pittsburgh. He would have got hammered.
If The
He
Rock
would
was
have.
number 28.
Mm-hmm. And then if he won the Rumble,
Oh yeah, he would get a. I don't think The Rock would agree to that though.
you don't think so?
I don't think he'd agree to win the Rumble like that and get a shot at Mania.
I mean, because he could just come in and say, "I want a shot at Mania," and then leave for a couple of weeks, and then when Mania comes, boom, the
He'll
Rock
show up
Mania.
when he wants because he's The Rock.
This way, they don't get a chance to boo him because he's not there.
Yeah, he's smart.
Oh boy, what if they booked the Rock for Mania out of nowhere? Just randomly booked the Rock.
Speaking of Dolph, I wanted to mention this Dolph Ziggler. They've even trolled him even harder. Like, remember he wasn't even like in the ring yet, and they hit Alberto Del Rio's music.
Yeah,
Like he wasn't even. He was on the ramp still, I think.
Ziggler's music is in. You're getting real nice and comfy with it. He's here to show the world. He's doing all of this. He ain't even touched the ring apron
No, not even close.
before. Dropping Del Rio's older music.
Yeah, he came back with his original beat.
And I noticed that. I'm like, damn, did they botch that? Well, fuck, it doesn't matter. We know who's going to win this match.
Yep, new music. Or I would say bring back music.
And I see what Ryback has on his tighty whities there that you have on the screen.
Internet legend with the keyboard.
Why not make it internet troll?
No, he's an internet legend, brother.
You're right. You're right. Dick Ryback is the man.
Dick Ryback.
They should go back to they should finish up that bully gimmick.
I wish.
They really need to finish up that bully gimmick. You have a new voice message on Skype.
Oh, that was me.
Oops. What are they going to do with Dick Ryback, man? Are they ever going to...
Nothing. He's gotten a lot of pushes, dude.
I think that he could actually generate some good heat if they let him.
Yeah, but the problem is he's limited.
What was the Oh, that's right. He's a bit reckless with guys. That's the problem with him.
A bit, yeah.
Handed out concussions, injuring folks. He don't give a fuck.
People are out of control right now.
Dick Ryback. How much longer do you think he lasts? I give him another
Before he does something crazy to get cut.
Before he's gone from the company, I say if they keep him at this status, he's gone within another year and a half. I don't know how long his contract is, but he probably won't make it past his contract.
Wow. You think they're going to keep jobbing him out, you think?
I think that it just pretty much stay the way it is. I mean, I give it, if they don't have anything for him after Mania, like, when they start pushing forward with this new, with this new era of guys.
It's crazy, right? I want to talk
they
about
have
this
nothing
new era
for him.
also. I want to talk about the new era later in the show also.
True. If they have nothing for him, then I say he's gone when his contract is up. Uh-oh. Aiden's in here, and this means trouble.
Okay.
Nope, never mind. He's turning around. He might be leaving out. He might be going.
So Raw was hosted by Betty White.
For no reason.
And she got with the Big Show.
Hey.
Good role for the Big Show right here.
I told you, man. It's funny that I said that, and then you see it the next day, and that's exactly how I envision Big Show. Just shit like that. Just being a personality.
So Betty White says, "I'm going to kick some ass." And then Triple H comes out because you're not allowed to say ass unless you're the game or the game's friends.
Yo, the look on Triple H's face.
Out of control.
Hold up. There we go. I had to close the door. Okay. The look on Big Show's face staring at, not Big Show, at Triple H's face staring at Big Show.
Yeah.
Completely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
While he's clapping, he's just staring at Big Show with the biggest smile ever.
Right.
Like, damn, and Big Show's just there.
Yeah. Big Show is just there.
And I think, yeah, they show Betty White again during the show, but like, what's the point in having these people? What's the point? Is Betty White supposed to bring them ratings?
Maybe, with Mae Young dying, they need a little bit of old lady they need a little bit of old sweet lady. You know what I mean?
I mean, but she was only coming for one show.
I'm just saying.
I just see it as pointless when they're bringing these people there and they're there for a couple of segments, not really doing much of anything. Waste of money, waste of TV time, completely unnecessary.
Right.
Now, when they do it with the Make-A-Wish kids, that's cool. You could do that. But whatever.
Right.
Whatevers. So from there, we had Triple H come out and do a segment with who? Orton. Orton came out.
Yeah.
The best champion of all time. Right? That's the best champion of all time. Do you see him going into WrestleMania as champion?
Oh, wow. I think you kind of have to, right?
What if Cena wins?
He won't.
What if Cena wins? I want you to imagine this now. You want to talk about a true internet explosion?
I would stop watching, I think.
What if Cena wins and goes to Mania? They're like, oh, they don't like Orton versus Batista, not enough star power. All right, we got something for that. Hey, Cena, guess what? You're our go-to guy. We need you to headline WrestleMania with
That
Batista.
match will get shitted on even. I think that would get shitted on harder.
I think people will return their freaking tickets.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. And then just them and no Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's on the pre-show in a battle royale.
Wow. Wow. Speaking of which, they just had the All-Star game in New Orleans. And that crowd for that dunk contest, that's the only thing I saw. I only saw the dunk contest. I didn't see the 3-point. I didn't see the skills challenge. Also, it was a dunk contest, and them motherfuckers, it sounded like it was an empty arena.
I thought an empty arena would be louder.
I saw that tweet. So that right there tells me, like, man, imagine how Mania is if the shit's dead.
Yeah, but Mania is a different crowd.
Yeah, wrestling fans are diehards. If you got a WrestleMania ticket, you're a diehard wrestling fan. I can go on ahead and say that. But that just lets me know that New Orleans can and will turn on you in a heartbeat if you fuck up. I believe it.
Yeah.
I absolutely freaking believe it.
I don't know.
But if Cena wins.
No, bro. That would get pooped on.
Smalls, if Cena wins, and I just saw it in the comment section, it reminds me, if Cena wins, it'll be Cena versus The Rock 3. The rubber match.
The rubber match.
The rubber match. Oh, boy. That's how you get Cena versus The Rock, the rubber match. You make Cena win this chamber match, and you're good to go. But the thing is that maybe we'll see it on a go-home show for Raw, since Orton is losing to everybody, with the exception of Christian.
Yeah,
since Orton is losing to everybody, there's like nothing really to go off of. Like, you can't really hinge your bets on anything because there's no real build up to this match.
Right.
So I could only see Orton winning.
He has to, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pushing him this whole time, so he should. But it's obvious as day dash to be Orton versus Daniel Bryan.
You mean?
No, I'm talking about what the card should be.
Oh.
Not talking about who won the Royal Rumble. And I say that because Orton, though people don't like him, They positioned him for it.
Yeah.
They positioned him for it.
He's
They
a good
put him-
seller too. We'll talk about the Cesaro match later, but he feeds really well.
That's his work.
Yeah, he's really good when it comes to that.
That's his work. Anytime they want Orton to put somebody over, Orton can make the guy look like $1 billion.
Yeah, he feeds.
Like, I can't never discredit Orton. Orton ain't afraid to take no loss. Now I don't know why they won't have Cena lose clean to anybody.
Right.
Like, all right, let's think of Cena's losses and let's think of.
I totally forgot. I want to talk a little bit about the dunk contest real quick. Sorry.
All right, let's talk about
because you said the New Orleans, and then we just completely OD. We just no sold it. But like, how the new format sucked.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure everybody was waiting for like, all right, so these two about to have a dunk off. I mean, these three right here.
I thought there was another round because if you think about it, only one guy. They all did one dunk in a way. They all
pretty
did
much
one dunk. The rest was just a warm up.
Who the fuck's idea was that? And this is the first time I've seen a dunk contest.
That's a
in about
network
4 or
executive
5
right there.
years.
That's an executive right there because it looked like American Idol.
Vince McMahon came out with this booking. Vince McMahon booked this dunk contest.
Like, it looked like Top Chef or like American Idol or one of those like game shows. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, like can we get a number? Like, can we rate this shit? Could we? Nah, we ain't gonna do none of that shit. Just East and West. That's your vote.
Yo, but when John Wall hit that dunk, I know you were stone faced the whole time, but when John Wall did that, I got crazy.
I thought it was a pretty damn good dunk. But here's the crazy.
But did you see him hit the nene though?
What's the nene?
The dance.
Oh yeah.
He hit the nene like I don't think he was even on the ground before he hit the nene. That dude was straight into the dance before the dunk was even done. Like he hit.
So his heel didn't hit the floor, but he's already doing the nene.
Son, that was the dance I was gonna do down the street, filming myself if Macklemore hit the 720.
So he was talking about doing a 720?
Yeah, and I said if he hit it, I'm gonna film myself doing the nene all the way down the street, which is the
Here's
dance he was doing.
Here's what's embarrassing about the whole thing. I don't even think that he knew the format. So maybe he was planning on doing a 720.
I think
and then
he was.
He found out that he could only do one dunk.
That's what it was, right? He's
like, hold up, that's it? We get no more dunks?
I'm sure he had that planned, and then he had something else. Because he can get up there. I mean, his one dunk in the freestyle was ridiculous. He got up so high.
So pretty much they just had them come out and say, all right, give us your best dunk.
And
we had them doing regular dunks. Maybe they thought it was going to be another round, too.
I think they did, too, because they looked confused as all hell.
That was just really, really bad.
And Nick Cannon sucks. I'm just going to say.
What was wrong with Nick Cannon? I've seen it on Twitter. A lot of people was down on Nick Cannon. What's wrong with Nick Cannon? I heard something about his shoes, but I didn't see them.
His shoes were out of control. He botched a lot. Like it was.
I didn't pay attention to the shoes, so I missed that.
He was kind of awkward on the interviews, I thought. I don't think he's smooth.
On the interview, like you talking about when he's interviewing the people?
Yeah, when he's talking and stuff.
Okay, I was already doing something else by this point. But, I just saw when he was just
doing the transitions and stuff. I still think it's a little rough, but that's somebody said like I compared it to Pokemon. Like the first stage was Romeo Miller, the second one is Bow Wow, and the final one is Nick Cannon. Like that's the evolution of that guy.
Wow.
Like Bow Wow's ceiling was Nick Cannon.
Wow. But Nick Cannon's making money, man. He's doing well for himself.
He's doing great. He's got Mariah
He's
Carey.
dicking down Mariah.
Yeah, he's doing. I just think there's better people for the game.
You could either be. Who would you rather be? Nick Cannon or Jermaine Dupri?
I'd rather be Nick.
You could be dicking down Mariah, or you could be dicking down Janet.
I do Nick Cannon because he's hilarious, according to Dave Chappelle's son.
I don't give a fuck about that. Which wife would you rather be dicking down, all stupid? You might have to give me Janet.
Yeah.
You might make. I'll take the receding hairline Jermaine Dupri if I could dig down some Janet.
When Shaq is no selling Nick Cannon, you know it's bad. Yeah, Shaq.
Shaq was no selling the whole thing.
Yeah.
I would have much rather have seen Shaq in the dunk contest.
I did like Terrence Ross coming out with the trophy and the robe.
With the champ is here,
and that was cool. He took my entrance. He took my sports CMM entrance. I'm not going to say anything, but if you
said though,
he took that 2000. He took my 2013 sports CMM entrance. He did.
Smalls is gonna come in with the champions here.
And he
But
took he took two of the dunks that I did in the video.
Hmm?
He did two of the dunks in my video.
You dunking?
No, with the dunk contest.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh yeah, all right. I remember now. I remember. Derp,
you judged it, or you said you allegedly watched it.
derp. That's a derp moment.
Shackle.
No, I'm over here. I'm over here imagining you dunk.
Oh, I can. Oh, I'm gonna. I'm not gonna spoil it. I can't spoil what I have done.
Oh, Jermaine Dupri isn't with Janet anymore. All right, I guess
Oh well.
that ain't went deep enough. Shit, Janet would have had about 16 babies by now. Let that be me.
But what? Let's see. Ooh, Triple H just posted a picture of himself with Motorhead.
Oh boy.
He loves Motorhead.
I was about to say, yeah, he's a pretty big fan of Motorhead.
But like, I'm gonna hit that dance next time I'm with you. I'm gonna hit that dance.
You're gonna do the nay nay.
I've been doing you're not ready for the video I filmed.
Hold up, Motorhead is this one guy that actually looks like Triple H?
That's the that's the lead singer.
All right, Stephanie and I always love when we get a chance to see you.
Terrence Ross.
What if Stephanie actually doesn't like Motorhead?
Terrence Ross is actually Smalls, so somebody said.
What if he?
Oh, and Ben McLemore took my crown. All my stuff was everywhere around that dunk contest. Motorhead's gonna get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna be the first. Let me put these back on my head. They're gonna be the first group, or musician group to get inducted.
Yeah,
and they'll probably have their own wing, and they'll be the only ones in it.
Their own wing, you said.
The game.
So on Raw, we had a couple matches.
There were some. There were a couple.
Did you see Bray Wyatt murder Rey Mysterio?
Oh God.
He caught him in like
Yo, what did Ray think he was about to get accomplished? My God. He set up for the 619, breakout up out of there. Then he sets up for another 619. Bray's like, nah, I'm about tired of your shit.
He caught his ass.
Just completely plastered him in mid-air. Bray? They're turning Bray into a beast.
Yeah, he's going to be the taker.
And it is about time they're finally starting to do it. Now, my question is, are they going to be... And actually, I think it's because he's probably 100% healthy now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the reason they was holding them back is because his wrist was messed up that whole time. But I think now they're finally starting to let him go.
Yeah, he's intense, dude. And everybody gets behind him.
Oh yeah. The crowd that's not supposed to like him, they love him. They absolutely everywhere they love him. I wonder if they still do the sway in the dark. I mean, since we can't really see it on TV, the way NXT had their thing lit, you could see him do it. But I wonder if they do it still like on the main roster.
I think in time they can't just do everything at the same damn time for him.
Ding, ding, ding. Them promos, and then oh man, the promo. Well, not even promo, but the Shield go out there and they squash Mark Henry together, and then Bray appears on the TV. So Bray's babyface. He saved Mark Henry.
Yeah, he did.
Bray is babyface. They get up on there and then they just don't say no words, just that long ass pause, and then we're here. Because I was fully expecting a promo.
Right.
Fully expecting a promo, and then just we're here. I said, "Oh shit, just got rid of."
It got.
I'm like, damn, that's all they gonna say. Oh damn.
And it got crazy.
Even with you knowing that they weren't gonna touch each other, tell me you felt that shit.
I felt it.
Jeez, just
Roman Reigns and the Bray Wyatt ultra zooms in as well.
Can you imagine if they was building toward this for like a few months?
Yeah, this was rushed.
It'd probably be overboard. Like, jeez. but it's still good. It's still good. It's. I think that they're depending. WWE is probably depending on the fact that we all knew that this was a match that had to happen,
Right.
and we was all waiting for it anyway. So they probably just felt like, well, we don't have to do it. We just throw it in there at any time because people are going to want it.
Yeah.
And they've actually have been built. They've actually have been building this since since the Rumble. They've been actually building it, doing things with these guys. So
Right.
and they're not putting them in matches with each other, random ass matches.
Yeah. When are we gonna get like a Luke Harper versus Dean
I hope,
Ambrose match or something?
I hope we don't.
You don't want anything of that.
I don't want nothing.
You just you want everything to be waited until
Yes, because then the crowd's gonna they're just gonna that jizz I was talking about last week. Yeah, that's gonna happen here.
I'm gonna need you to watch the screen because that's the shit that goes down on the CAC show.
Hold on. Here we go. Your man John Waldo.
That's the dance, and that's Blackjack. Blackjack's the little mascot guy right there.
Blackjack became the mascot.
Yeah, Blackjack is a little dude with the headband and the sunglasses. Look, but he getting down though. That mascot gets down also.
I mean, he leaped over. How tall is John Wall?
John Wall's like 6'3".
Is he?
Yeah, and he's a girthy man.
John Wall has girth?
John Wall
or did you induct him into the girth team?
He's 6'4", but he plays strong. Like he goes to the paint hard. He's a strong dude. He's girthy. Like
okay.
The problem is he's in Washington, and Washington doesn't have a lot of notoriety. You know what I mean?
No.
If this guy was in a big market, like if he was, let's say if he was on the Clippers or he was on the Knicks or something, like this guy would be all over the place. But he hit the nade. I'm doing this dance. I did this dance this morning.
And I don't even know the dance.
That's the shit that's going to go down in New Orleans if it happens.
April 6, 2004, Bobby Roode is coming.
2014 was. 2004 happened 9 years ago.
I said 2004. Mm-hmm. Blame it on my old age. But look, though, I was looking at something before you called.
Uh-oh.
And it was with Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
He seemed to have been backstage, and someone was talking to him. And do you know what I'm talking about? Because I haven't seen. I haven't seen.
No, run it by me again. I'm just watching. I'm sorry. I have to stop watching the GIF because I saw Blackjack in the chat. Blackjack would be a gangster with that dance. I gotta see Blackjack hit the nay.
All right, I'm just looking for. I'm looking for it. I gotta find it.
What are we talking about?
The Bobby Roode backstage.
What did Bobby Roode do?
He was backstage sitting on the couch. He was saying he was fed up with something. I'm just trying to find that link that somebody
it
said.
looks like Bobby Roode's gonna turn face.
No.
Yeah, let's not talk about TNA. They have a whole lot of WWE I gotta talk about.
Oh no! But look. There's a difference.
Does Bobby Roode get seniority?
Not Bobby Roode gets seniority. Not that. But when we talk about Bobby Roode, he doesn't count as TNA.
Okay.
Bobby Roode is his own company.
Bobby Roode is his own, and he's his own promotion.
Yes, he's his own record label. So he doesn't count. He doesn't count as TNA. So let me just type in Command F and type in Bobby Roode.
I think you're part of this work, bro.
You think I'm part of what? There's a work going on?
I don't know what. I didn't see anything about Bobby Roode today.
Somebody tweeted it to me, and I was watching it just before you called. And that's what took me so long to answer, because I was still watching it, but then I just cut it short thinking, like, all right, I know where I'm at, but now I don't fucking know where the hell it is. Bobby Roode. Don't worry, I'll find it. So let's get back into WWE. You got a lot of WWE lined up for this show.
Got a lot of good stuff about
He has a girthy plate of WWE lined up for the show, people. He's just lying to you.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Let's talk about. But we talked about Batista. We talked about the Shield and the Wyatts. You got the Shield win. I mean, you got the Wyatts winning, right?
At the Chamber, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else we could talk about. Did you know that they're going to air the full Hall of Fame live?
Really?
And they're going to air it live on the WWE Network. So you can watch Ultimate Warrior go off live. So you don't have to be at the Hall of Fame anymore. You can watch it live.
If Ultimate Warrior comes out and does the snort, I'm gonna lose it.
Hulk Hogan!
He has to do the snort. Who's gonna induct them now?
Hogan. Or Sting. Sting might do it, actually.
Two guys that he really doesn't care for.
Are you kidding me? Sting and Warrior were a tag team.
You ain't hear their interviews after that, how they really didn't care for each other.
He's going to need somebody to do it.
He needs somebody. And Triple H comes out, and here's the guy that buried me at WrestleMania. What was that? 12?
Yeah.
Ooh. Jesus, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He completely no-sold my pedigree. I don't know much about him, but Ultimate Warrior. All right, he just comes out running. I can't imagine them hitting the music and I don't see somebody sprinting out.
What's going to be weird is seeing him at WrestleMania. Like, you know how they always show the Hall of Famers at WrestleMania?
Right.
It's going to be weird.
Actually, I found it. Here's what I found. Somebody made a custom intro for us.
I can't play it because it has WWE footage.
All right, so I'll just it's in your thing.
I saw it.
But the best in the world. I mean, best in the world. It's from Best in the World. But the Bobby Roode I'm talking about now?
No.
No, all right, then you gotta watch it later.
I'll watch it later.
Because I was just wondering, like, where'd that come from?
Why,
since I'm missing everything.
Why is it? Well, let's see what else was on.
Bobby Roode.
The Usos looking strong. Lita. What do you think about Lita getting into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, she should be in the Hall of Fame. She should be going. Question is, who's going to induct her? Some people are actually mentioning AJ Lee.
No, Trish.
Trish, I can see. People mention fucking Matt Hardy.
Yeah, totally.
Edge just his seed just sprouted out of fucking Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
And what the hell is up with Edge and CM Punk? Are they sharing the hose?
Maybe.
What's going on here?
I like how you said it like Chase Money.
That's what seems like is happening right now. They're sharing the hose.
Yeah. So we got that. Then we had Christian and Sheamus versus the Real Americans, which Cesaro was mad over in LA.
Cesaro was just over. And they're still doing... See, here's the thing. And I remember telling you this a few weeks ago. There's one thing that Cesaro's missing, and he's still missing it. He's missing his own chant.
I have a chant for him.
Okay. Hey, we got to tweet it to him. We're going to mass tweet Cesaro.
Okay, this is one I thought of. This is one I thought of the other night, and I was saving it for here. What about Go Cesaro?
All right, you got some more?
No, that's all I got.
That's what you got. All right. Nah.
You don't like Go Cesaro? Like it's a superhero thing. Got one better?
Do I have one better?
Yeah.
Not at all.
There you go.
Not at all.
There it is.
Because here's the problem. His gimmick is... What's his gimmick?
He's really freakishly strong.
We don't really have anything because...
He's got a swing gimmick.
Plus, like, the syllables of his name make it kind of hard to chant.
Cesaro.
That's a tough one. Let's
go Cesaro.
What did they chant for him in ROH? Oh, it was
Claudio.
Yeah, it was something completely different. I forgot for a second.
Can't use that.
I forgot for a second. See, it just comes off the tongue differently.
They chant "We the People" stronger than anything else.
Yeah. And I was watching the match with him and Orton, and we'll get into that. Don't worry. As I was watching that match, I was just thinking to myself, you have a heel manager, a heel tag team partner, and a face. How is it still working?
Because Zeb Coulter is so cartoony that everybody loves it.
How is it still working? And then when Zeb is with Cesaro, he actually doesn't feel like a heel.
No, he doesn't actually.
Actually, now that I think about it, the only time he feels like a heel is when he's cutting a promo on his way down to the ring. Other than that, he's not doing any heel
His
tactics.
signs are out of control.
His signs are way out of control. Like, what was that? The Royal Rumble, where when he
He
came out
had
with
two
both of
different
those guys, he had
signs.
two He's coming out with signs, flags, capes. Fucking next thing you know, he's gonna have towels.
Everything.
He's doing the most.
Everything.
He is doing the utmost right now. Wow. But hey, man, I fucks with him.
Yeah, I fucks with him too. And of course, the Star was over, but Sheamus got the brogue on Swag'em.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cesaro was working the hell out of that match.
I'm gonna talk a little.
Actually,
Yeah, he worked all of that match.
all three of them, with the exception of Swagger. Swagger was just chilling for the most part. They're putting Cesaro over right now.
Yeah,
they've been doing it actually.
Yep.
When the last time Cesaro took a clean pin?
Not a while. I honestly think they're building him up for Sheamus at WrestleMania.
That is the one match I would like to see.
That
Sheamus.
is the inclination I'm getting, and I'm hearing it from other people as well. Is that that's what they're gonna build towards? Because since Bryan is not facing Sheamus anymore, they need somebody to face Sheamus, and it might be they're gonna give. They look like they're gonna prep Cesaro for that. So that's what it looks like it's gonna go down in terms of that. But we'll get more into that with the Orton Cesaro match. Hello? Oh, okay.
No, I'm just thinking, like, is there any other match that Sheamus would have that people would care about?
Oh no. I'll tell you that. All right.
I think that they are made for each other, especially at Mania. They are made for each other.
They're gonna get a beat 'em up brawl, a good one.
Here's another thing that I was thinking about.
Who goes over though?
Shit.
You got to do.
That's probably one of those matches where nobody would probably be upset at if Sheamus wins.
Yeah.
But I think that they need to have Cesaro win for the future.
Right.
Actually, both of these guys are going to be there in the future. They're both going to be there for the long run.
Yeah.
I could give them. How old is Cesaro?
32, 33.
You could give them both another strong.
Yeah, he's 33.
Years.
33. So you probably give him another 8 years.
Yeah. Sheamus too.
Yeah.
I believe Sheamus is somewhere around the same age. Hell yeah, man! These guys right here is
Sheamus is 36.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, he looks young. It's that pasty ass skin.
It's that skin. You can't see any of that old. You can't see any of that old man on him.
If he's that old, then I must say that they actually haven't been booking him right. He should already be prime time.
Yeah, he got a rocket.
He got hurt, but he got hurt.
Yeah, but I think he needed to get hurt. Honest, I don't want to. I'm saying that he needed
because right now we can tolerate him now.
Yeah, he's cool. I'm cool with him now.
Yeah, he's not hogging up spotlight now that he's back. He's not doing the long, overdrawn, cartoony interviews or none of that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
His interviews. I only seen one since he's been back, and it's been kept to a minimum.
Yeah,
I like it. He's not, he's out there. He's not, all ODing on the fans, hugging and kissing on them in the mouth and stupid all. He just comes out. He does what he has to do, and he leaves.
Yep.
I like it. I absolutely like it, and I prefer it if it were that way because it doesn't feel like they're building another Cena. It doesn't feel like they're just putting all their eggs into Sheamus, like what they were doing before he got hurt.
Right.
So yeah, hell yeah, I like it. And, I think that if they do the match with him and Cesaro, which I'm probably about 99% sure is going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it could be epic. I think it could be epic if they let him brawl.
They're going to brawl. That'll be a good one. Usos looking like they're going to take the titles pretty soon, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope so.
Absolutely. They're taking the titles at Mania. Good place for them to win it. I say they deserve it. They deserve it. They've been working their asses off lately.
It looks like it's going to be the Usos and New Age Outlaws at Elimination Chamber, though.
Usos and who?
New Age Outlaws at Elimination Chamber.
Why? Why? Why would they? Like, you don't. All All right, okay. Maybe they do that and they screw him at the elimination chamber.
Yeah, there's gonna be something.
They gotta screw him at the chamber, and then they have him win at that Mania, which is probably. But they can't do that twice in the same night because they're gonna screw Daniel Bryan for the sake of Mania as well. Now, is it confirmed that we're gonna get the Usos?
Let me check.
Personally, I don't even think they need the tag teams to be defended on this pay-per-view. Because they got enough names to build. I mean, they're already doing a triple.
No, it's not actually been announced yet.
They're already doing a 6-man. They're already doing a chamber. Shit. What else do they have? They got Batista and Del Rio, or The Rock and Del Rio. That's 3 matches. What else we got?
What do you mean?
What other matches?
Fucking Batista, Batista, Del Rio, the Elimination Chamber, Big E and Swagger.
You said Batista and Swagger?
Batista and Del Rio.
Who'd you say was Swagger? Oh yeah, Big E and Swagger.
And Shield and Wyatt.
Yeah, they don't need a tag team match.
You gotta
you just
3 hours.
You put some more fodder in there. Maybe give AJ a match.
Yeah.
Give AJ a match that'll last all of about 6-7 minutes. You throw a fodder match. Yeah, get a fodder match. Get a little fodder match. Maybe. When's the last time he had a fodder match on a pay-per-view? Now that we think about it,
Dean's not defending his title.
Of course not. It's too much work. Yeah. What random? Oh, never mind. I know the fodder match. Santino. So what would be the pre-show
It'll
match?
be a mixed tag, like Santino and Emma versus Summer Rae and Fandango.
Imagine having a cartoon match on a pay-per-view called the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
We're going to throw some comedy in here.
Fuck it.
But what could be the pre-show match? Ziggler and fucking Miz.
No, they won't do that. A pre-show match? Yeah, they gotta have one, right? There's always a fucking pre-show match. You know what?
Primetime players?
Darren Young and Titus O'Neil.
That's what you was about to say?
Yeah.
There you go. Primetime players. They're still primetime players to me. But, maybe they could throw them in there. Have they been building toward it? Did they do anything on SmackDown?
Yeah.
What they had a match, or there's somebody ran in on something? What happened?
Darren Young squashed Damian Sandow in 2 minutes. And then Titus was ringside. He came and attacked him, and then Darren ripped Titus's pants in half.
They really let that happen.
Yeah, Sandow's buried. But Tubby Ema says he's main event contender, so.
Oh, so according to Tubby.
Well, because he said since Sandow lost to Cena, he was built into a main event contender. So when I said he was going to be squashed after that.
What the hell?
You're playing Madden?
No, I sat on the controller. Let me turn this shit off. There we go.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. I was turning off because I had the wire on my Xbox to show the wire.
Right.
And I was just pushing B, and then wham, there goes Madden.
Yeah.
Let me turn that shit off.
Eva Marie versus AJ Lee. Not funny, Blackjack.
See,
Eva Marie got her match cut from SmackDown. So let's just. She had a match with Alicia Fox, but they didn't even air it.
They Hulu Plus'd it. On national TV.
Yes.
That's crazy.
They weren't going to put that shit up.
Can't blame them.
They're not going to disrespect their fans like that.
I'm glad they did, man. Jeez, I actually like Alicia Fox.
She's a good worker.
That she is. And then you got Oksana with the eye-crushing finale. She does the vertical bukkake kick.
Jesus.
Or the vertical bukkake knee. She's out here injuring folk.
Yeah, Oksana, that's what she does.
So what's the update with Naomi?
She needs eye surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she already have it, or?
I don't know, but she's gonna be gone for a while. We'll find out on Total Divas.
I guess so.
That's gonna be a Total Diva storyline.
Damn, they already started Total Divas?
No,
Like, that's a thing?
That's not starting back up yet for a minute. It starts back up after Mania.
I didn't even watch any of last season's Total Divas. Not a single episode.
There was the first couple episodes were hilarious to watch a little bit. Me and Blackjack were live tweeting them, and then it just got way too scripted. They got too much. But Summer Rae is now in the new season.
Taking the spot of JoJo.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is JoJo like done, or is she in developmental, or what's her deal?
I think she's done.
Oh, JoJo.
She was 19. She was too young.
I mean, how old is Paige?
22.
Paige is 22?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
Thought she was much younger than that.
No, she's 22. I'm gonna go all the way deep in that New Orleans. Hit him with
Dude,
the
looking
Adam
for
Cole.
he's looking for Paige.
I'm gonna get that.
We're looking for Paige out here. Where is she? Where is she at?
God damn it, where is she?
There needs to be some knees inside of Paige.
Oh, she will only be out 4 to 6 weeks. Naomi won't be in gone for a long time then. 4 to 6. She might come back at Mania in some sort of diva battle royale.
So you don't think that there's going to be like a straight up match where AJ gets beat?
I want AJ versus Kong.
Smalls, do you know something? Do you know something that we don't know?
I want AJ versus Karma.
Do you know something that we don't know?
No.
Okay. So you're just hoping and praying that this is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
That it does.
Mickey James?
Maybe they could be holding off for that. Who knows?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. But Mickey James has been on the record saying she doesn't know what the hell's going. Like, she doesn't know anything about her relationship with WWE.
Right. Oh, I guess they're saying JoJo is in developmental, like NXT. So I guess she's gonna get repackaged into something.
They're gonna put a mask on her.
Put a mask on her with that hair.
You won't even know it's her.
You won't even know. You can actually give her a full body soon. She could be the El Torito's like cousin bull. Put her in a bull costume. Put her in a bull costume.
Oh. So JoJo's gonna be the bull. JoJo the bull.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like called El Jojo or something.
El Jojo?
Yes.
This is getting out of control.
El Jojo.
El Jojo.
El Jojo.
All right. Do we have any more on? Oh, the Cena versus Orton match. How'd you feel about Cena versus Orton?
Cena versus Orton. I thought it was a solid, okay match. You know, it was just Cena had to get a big victory in the big market.
I actually forgot to mention this in my Raw review. I think that was a match that they could have let Randy Orton win that match.
No,
I mean, why not?
because he's gotten the pins on Cena the last 2 times, and if he's in the chamber, you got to make him at least look like a chance he's got to be important.
Their last match,
Bray Wyatt should have came out or something.
I'm trying to remember Cena's last match with Orton. That was at the Rumble, right?
It sucked, yeah.
He hasn't beaten Cena clean. Well,
No.
I mean, with the exception of the unification, we can call that clean, but never one-on-one. Yeah, no gimmick, no nothing, never.
Straight up.
This is why, in the way the match was going, if Orton wins that match, you can understand why.
Right.
Especially when he hit that first RKO, I'm like, oh, this is a fucking win. Crowd probably would have popped for once.
Yeah.
Nope. We got Super Cena kick out. Then we got the Super Cena off the top rope, all stupid. Like, Cena's just uncalled for.
Yeah.
Hits an AA. No, that's not enough. Goes up top with the leg drop to the neck. And then fucking another AA. Then he fucking goes on top of the stadium and AAs him through there. I'm like, what is wrong with Cena? What is wrong with Cena? Why did he have to do all of this? I really thought that Orton was going to win that match. Then Blackjack reminded me, this is what they do. They kick out of each other's finishers.
That's what they do. That's their thing.
I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's actually Cena's thing. In all of Cena's matches, he's kicking out of finishers. Like, he's ROH Cena.
Jesus.
He's ROH Cena, with the exception of the Bukkake knee. He didn't know how to take the Bukkake. So he didn't know that he was supposed to kick out of that one until last minute.
Yeah.
But now that he knows, you best believe if he gets back in the ring with Daniel Bryan, he's no selling the Bukkake.
No selling it?
He's going to take the Bukkake knee to the face and he's just going to kick out of it.
Do you think Daniel Bryan will be as part of the new era?
Absolutely. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, that's what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we could talk about, but let's stay on point here. Let's just try to keep on point here. With Raw, I think we thought it was an okay show, right? It was.
Yeah, it was a good show to me.
Afterwards, we went to main event. Nobody paid attention. Oh, Big E beat both members of 3MB, and yeah, that was fun. Big E just squashes 3MB again.
What was it, SmackDown?
Main event, and then NXT this week was hilarious between Sami Zayn and Cesaro, building up to their fourth and final match. Apparently,
they had 3. I thought they only had 2.
They've had 3.
All right, Sami Zayn won the first one. Cesaro won the second.
Mm-hmm. Then the 2 out of 3 falls.
There was a 2 out of 3. The second one.
I guess they've had 4 matches. So this is gonna be their 4th match.
Okay, somewhere in there you had a match. And what type of gimmick is this? Just a straight up match, right?
2 out of 3 falls again.
That's right. Okay, so
I don't think Zayn wins, but
what are they gonna do on this one?
They got something. They have to have something if they're booking this for the pay-per-view. I mean, for the live NXT. This is the co-main event of the live NXT show.
Oh, so they're gonna book him wow. Yeah, they're gonna show Sami Zayn off like $1 million in this one.
Yeah,
and they're putting him with Cesaro.
Right. The
Wednesday,
the Thursday. I'm sorry, the Thursday after Elimination Chamber.
They got my money.
Well, I mean, if you get the WWE Network, it's free. And
yeah, they got my money.
It's going up right against TNA.
Oh, NXT is going to be Thursdays?
Yes.
Every Thursday?
I'm going for the burial.
So they looked at the calendar and said, all right, what's going on during the week? Let's see. What day can we... There's nothing really happening on Thursday. Hey, let's do Thursday. 9 o'clock is fine.
But I have a feeling they're going to move it to Wednesday eventually or something because of Thursday Night Football, they're going to have 8 Thursday.
True.
They're going to have all those Thursday. TNA's fucked with those early Thursday games now. There's an extra 8 Thursday games on CBS. They're fucked. Like,
oh, and they're doing them on CBS?
They're not on They're on NFL Network and CBS this year. They're simulcast, so they're on a major network on Thursdays. Fucked.
WWE knows that they can't afford to go up against NFL 2 times a week.
No, they're gonna.
They know they can't. I wouldn't mind if it takes the place of SmackDown and becomes like a real show.
No, they can't do. They're thinking
in the future.
They're thinking of actually making SmackDown live again.
Okay.
So that'd be an interesting thought if it goes back to being live.
Damn, and then they got to start off with Sami Zayn and Cesaro. That match right there is enough to bury TNA.
Paige and Emma is going to be on that card as well. So it's Paige and Emma for the women's title, the co-main event, and then you got Adrian Neville and Bo Dallas in a ladder match, in which I think Neville was going to finally win the title. They're going to have a whole bunch of other matches as well. I'm pretty sure. They're going to showcase a lot of guys. I guess Paul Heyman's going to be on the show. Ric Flair's going to be on the show. John Cena's going to be on the show. So we might get to
NXT.
Yeah, it's going to be I mean, they're getting an extra hour. If you think about it, they're getting an extra hour of showtime
because they do an hour and a half, right?
No, they usually do like 47 minutes.
NXT is only 47, only an hour.
Yeah.
Thought it was 90 minutes.
No, it's never been 90 minutes. It's only been an hour.
Maybe I watched a couple back to back. Fuck me.
So they got an extra hour of shit to do.
Now, do you think that, with the format that you're used to with NXT, do you think that might kind of mess it up a little bit, or how do you feel about that extra hour?
I'm more than I'm okay with it because Dusty Rhodes does the booking. So I'm okay with it because I know every match is a meaningful match. If you watch NXT, every match is meaningful, and it's there's a lot more wrestling than segments.
As you're saying this, here's what I hear. God damn it, they need some help. Get some more writers down there. God damn it. I hear Vince sending some more writers down there because he wants to fill in some time.
No, I think they're going to let it run it the way it is because that's Hunter's pet project, so Hunter's running it that way.
We'll see.
Hunter, I don't think so. Big Cass is hilarious. He's going to be on the show. The Ascension are the tag team champions, so I'm pretty sure they're going to
that needs to stop.
They're going to be booked. I hope they drop the titles, though. I don't know what tag team is coming up. I really wish the American Pitbulls were in there. American Pitbulls versus Ascension on Arrival would have been good.
Well, they had their match with them.
Yeah, and it was kind of whatever. I don't know any other tag team that they're building up.
None.
Yeah.
From NXT, do they even have tag teams? Many tag teams down there anymore? Not really, right?
Nothing big.
The game. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we'll probably see Flair's daughter.
She's a thing.
Yeah, she could work.
She's still in there getting it in?
Yeah, but she's injured right now, so she's just walking around taunting people.
I mean, a lot of NXT chicks be getting injured. What the hell's going on?
They work hard. They work physical.
And they're really putting on matches.
Bellas ain't working. Bellas ain't working.
Ain't about that life.
Big Cass and Enzo Amore should win the titles, but Enzo Amore broke his leg, so I don't know how close he is from healing.
Is Big Cass the big white guy that just
SAWFT soft?
That was the guy. Was he at Access?
Yeah, the guy with the leopard jumpsuit is the
he was just mad extra.
Yeah, Enzo Amore was there too. Enzo and Big Cass. Those guys are legit funny.
Okay.
Those guys are legit. Are legit. Like I like them. Triple H and HBK reunite to face the Ascension at NXT Arrival.
I believe it.
Soft. So yeah, Sylvester Laforte's really good on there. I don't think we'll see Rusev because Rusev's going to be protected till Mania.
You think they're gonna do something with him at Mania?
Yeah.
All right. What would you do with Rusev at Mania? Not WWE. What would you do with him?
I don't know who he'd have a good match with. Who's a good guy who could work, who's solid, who's somewhat over? It's got to be a face. Who's a solid mid-card face? You can't do. Can you do Big E and Rusev? That's not an answer.
I think. Here's what I would do with Rusev at Mania. I would give him somebody like Santino and let him squash.
Damn.
I mean, I don't think that. He's a new guy. He shouldn't come in having a high-profile match.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. Come on in, make a name for yourself on Mania. You got to look strong. Squash somebody. No overcomplicated. Make it simple. Make a name for yourself. The easy way.
Yeah.
Without hurting the next guy.
Right.
And Santino can, he wouldn't mind being buried.
Yeah, I don't know, but this guy would definitely be on the card doing something. Maybe
come out and do a promo. Somebody interrupts him, and he punches him in the face, and just goes on about his business.
Dolph Ziggler is a good one, but he's just not over. Like he's not put in a position to be able to have a Mania match.
Yeah, people would see that and be like, so.
Yeah, Rusev's gonna kill him. Sheamus can't do it. Sheamus is too high profile.
Oh, absolutely.
Jericho's not back. RVD's not back yet. They might do RVD. But
what, have RVD come out and do the job for Rusev?
Yeah. There's nobody else. Who else?
I don't even think they'll have Rusev on the card.
That's a hard book. Rusev's a hard book.
But at the same time, they still
What about
maybe
Rusev?
maybe they're
What
doing
about,
all of this. Maybe they're doing all of this for Cesaro just to make up for the debacle that they had
what
last year.
about Rusev and Mark Henry?
For what?
If Vince came to your office like, I need a match for this guy. God damn it, he's your guy. God damn it.
I mean, Henry would do it, but I don't think it serves much of a purpose.
Right.
Like, we're gonna have Henry jobbing out on his way out the door. Nah.
I got a good one. How about Del Rio versus Rusev?
I wouldn't mind that. That's a good name.
That's a good name. He's going out. Have Rusev
yes.
beat him. Have Rusev beat him clean because that's Del Rio's on the way out.
Yes, I could get behind that.
There we go.
Absolutely, I could get 100% behind that. It makes sense.
God damn it, that's genius.
Even if Del Rio's a heel, doesn't even matter. Just fucking squash him because you're fucking Alexander Rusev.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You give no fucks about who it is. You squash.
Right.
Now, if he gets a Hulk smash gimmick, I'm 100% back there.
Yes. Let's see here. Let's just go down this list here. Okay, let's talk about SmackDown, since that's the next block. Rusev versus Big Show. Feed him the Big Show.
Well,
that's a good one.
if he squashes him, yeah, I love
If
it.
he gives him that Brock Lesnar treatment.
He has to squash. Russo squash Big Show.
Rusev crush.
You think they'll let him come out with the board?
For Mania, he better. We still haven't seen his full entrance.
Ding, 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 ding.
Let's see, for Cesaro. And with all these new guys have great entrances. They always have something signature in their entrance.
For Mania, yeah.
SmackDown. Sheamus broke kick Christian into hell and cost them the match for the Shield to win. So that happened.
Sheamus bro kicked Christian.
On accident.
Okay.
Dean was in the way and then he ducked.
Dean slithers out of there.
Yeah, he slithered.
He Randy Orton'd him.
Usos and Goldust. And Cody Rhodes versus the New Age Outlaws and Ryback. So, of course, the Usos got the pin. Jimmy hit it on Road Dogg.
Did he fly with his tongue dangling all stupid?
No, he OD'd. He jumped. He put his tongue out. He pointed at the announcers and then hit the splash. Oh no, he was pointing at the WrestleMania sign. That's what it was. He pointed at the WrestleMania sign.
I'm done. With his tongue out all stupid?
His tongue out all stupid.
The tongue dangling is over.
Yeah, his tongue was completely out there.
I don't know when I started. Like, all right, they started doing the tongue thing a while ago, but I ain't really care for it. But the more they did it, I'm like, they're really doing this stuff.
That's the thing they do, and it's pretty dope. They're a good tag. They're a real tag team.
Hilarious.
They are a real tag team.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I ain't gonna troll them no more.
No, they're officially back on good terms with Wiza.
Hey, it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault.
I just noticed Cesaro and Orton's match had more views on their YouTube than any other match of that show. Crazy.
Now let me ask you this: WWE.
Yeah.
Because there's a video floating around that WWE has lost its nuts.
Uh-oh.
Do you feel as though WWE has lost their nuts?
I don't know what they're doing, honestly. It just seems like they need to
afraid to do anything edgy.
Oh yeah, for sure. They keep it squeaky clean. And if anything does happen, they apologize in a heartbeat.
Do you think that hurts or helps the product?
It helps in terms of business because it's easier to get ad revenue and advertisements for a show that appeals to a larger audience. Your show is more valuable because a larger audience can watch it.
Here's where I say I'm on the contrary with that. When they were edgy, they had a specific audience.
Right.
That audience completely dwarfs what they're doing today. doubles and almost triples the viewing audience that they have today.
Right.
Attitude Era, they were getting their freaking ratings were in the 8s, in the 9s. Today, if they could pull fucking half of that, they'll be rejoicing.
They'd pull half of that.
No, they pull like a 4, 3 and 4.
Yeah,
consistently.
4. You said 8 was the so 4.
8 to 9, 3 to 4.
Yeah, and they went up against Monday Night Football. Like they were,
when they were going up against Monday Night Football during the Attitude Era, Monday Night Football had to change their format.
Right.
Now WWE has to make excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, and I was gonna say, let me see if I can remember it. I have to agree with the video I was watching. The sponsors were begging WWE to get put on. WWE had become trendsetters. You go around like you're in school or whatever. Everybody's doing WWE stuff. People weren't ashamed to wear WWE merch.
Mm-hmm.
The crotch chopping and the DX stuff, all of that was happening. It wasn't a shame to do that. They were just having fun. Kids were having fun. And now that audience, they allow that adult audience to stray and go elsewhere. Now, what I think that they really need to do is find a medium with what they had and what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they could still do, like, it doesn't have to be violent or anything like that. They just need to be a little bit risky. Allow guys to talk, allow guys to be themselves. And I think that if you start to bring that edge back, you still have that window where you can still do the Make-A-Wishes and all of that stuff. You can still do that, if your show isn't violent. They could do without the violence and still put on a good product, give good matches. And just get guys back on board. They gotta do something that's trendy instead of just saying, all right, WWE Raw is trending on Twitter right now. Nobody gives a fuck about that. What did you do that's trending? Like they're trending because like you're trying to force it to trend rather than something happening. And then when something does happen, it gets trending on its own. Mm-hmm. I just think that they need to find a balance between it and rock with it instead of saying, oh, no, that's too risky right there. No, we got to pull back. We can't let that happen again. We got to apologize.
Right.
Even if it's something that's nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ziggler's promo should have never been on an app and that's it. Should have never just been on an app. That was ridiculous. That promo deserved to be fucking main event. See, I look at Ted's.
I know. I was waiting for you to.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it right there. Yep. That's exactly the position. Just completely covered her face. But yeah, I wish it would get back to that, and just find a medium. And I really don't think it's hard. Really don't think it's hard.
Okay.
But yeah, I went a little off because that just crossed my mind. I need to get that off before I completely forgot it.
Right on. We covered the Fatal 4-Way. Jack Swagger versus Kofi Kingston versus Mark Henry versus Rey Mysterio. And keep in mind, Mark Henry brought back his back entrance.
So the back is a consistent thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how...
I get legit hype when his back makes an entrance.
I do too. Like, nah, hell no. My pops for his back is legit.
Yeah.
100%, 1,000% legit.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, how'd it go? And is this where Rey Mysterio got injured?
Rey
I'm hearing that.
Rey Mysterio got hurt. He
landed
awkward. Yeah, he landed awkward. And unstrapped his hand brace. Yeah, it's Brad. It's bad. Did you see that picture that I put in the chat? It said the Rey Mysterio's road to WrestleMania, and it's an ambulance.
Oh shit! Yeah, I did see that.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
He just doesn't. He can't catch a break.
No.
Rey Mysterio's knee will not let. How old is Rey Mysterio?
He's got to be in his 30s.
Well, yeah, of course.
He's 39. He'll be 40 this year.
He's up there.
He's up there. I think he wants a Mania match.
This shit, they should just hold his ass off until like the week before Mania or something.
Booyaka.
Have him do some Undertaker shit.
Yeah.
You know, just don't be around. Because we all know you're going to get hurt and not make it, sir.
Right.
We all know. Stay your behind off TV. No 619s, no none of that for you.
Yeah.
So when he leaves, do you see them doing something special for his retirement?
Who, Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
They should. He's a Hall of Famer.
I think they should do something for his retirement.
Yeah, I hope like a presentation or a ceremony or something.
Or have Bray Wyatt bury him.
No, we're not going to have that.
I mean, he caught him in the air unnecessarily.
And gave him a fucking coma.
Jesus. Bray is a beast.
Yeah.
Beast Bray.
Yeah, he's the man. But back to Big E. So Jack Swagger won.
Right.
Tapped out Kofi.
Nice.
The same guy
so they're going to do nothing with Kofi.
The same guy who beat Orton.
Oh, yeah, about that.
Mm-hmm. So he taps him. So now we got Jack Swagger versus Big E at the Chamber for the title.
Yeah, and we were talking about this a little earlier. I just hope that they could put on a good match with each other. To my knowledge, they've never worked with each other before. I hope they just do well. I think that they're putting big guys up against Big E.
Yeah.
Just what it seems like.
I think it'd be a good match.
And the biggest guys you got, damn it.
I think Big E's obviously going to walk away with the title, though.
Belly to belly, throw him all over the place, go on about his business.
The splash.
And we'll even work in a splash.
Yep.
What else did we get on Raw? Was there anything special or smack? Well, all right.
We're on SmackDown now.
Fuck it. No. I was just thinking back to Raw, but more importantly, we have Cesaro now versus Orton. As small as you love this match,
I liked it a lot. But as you were saying, they've had better matches. I think they had a better match on Main Event when Cesaro was the U.S. champion.
Yes.
They had a really good match that nobody saw.
Yes, that was their first match together.
Yeah, they had a match together that nobody saw. I mean, they had one on Raw as well.
And there was people like at the time that match happened, people were saying that was a contender for match of the year.
That was a good match. I thought Friday's match was really good as well. I think that was Randy Orton's best match of the year, to be quite honest with you.
Here's the cookie though. Here's the cookie. We were talking about this one earlier. Not Cena. Orton's not afraid to job. Orton is not afraid to help put the guy over. I mean, Cena he'll put over whoever WWE tells him to put over. But Orton to put over anybody, period. And if he's in a match with somebody, he's not going to super Orton anybody.
Right.
He's going to sell like a boss. And he's going to remember to sell, with the exception of Daniel Bryan working over his leg. But with the exception of that, he's going to remember to sell shit. They actually let him swing Orton.
He swung him.
They actually let it There was about 2 or 3 times Cesaro could have swung John Cena.
Yeah.
And they never let it happen.
Never.
Orton didn't care. And he got swung. First, he starts with his arms flailing all over the place.
Yes.
Then he tucks it like, oh, fuck, he got me. Like, I liked it. But could we get back to Cesaro swinging guys like 50 times again, though?
That's not going to happen until for a little bit.
They don't want to let him bury anybody just yet.
He can't be juicing it up like that.
He can do it.
Wait for Mania. He'll have a crazy spot.
He's gonna swing the life out of Sheamus. Sheamus is a heavy guy, though.
He'll swing Sheamus. He swung Brodus Clay.
No. I'm talking about like a massive amount of times. He's gonna swing Sheamus. Yes, hell yeah.
He's gonna. Swing
I'm talking about like get up in the 30s. I gotta get him in the 30s.
I think he's gonna be in the 50s.
At Mania.
Yeah, I think he'll hit 50. Oh, maybe 30. 30 for WrestleMania 30.
That'd be epic. We need to tweet that. We need to just pass that by the air.
Yeah.
We need to find a way to pass that by the air. Somebody needs to hear that. Whether we pass it to Cesaro, just spam the fuck out of Cesaro so that they can remember that they might want to do that. That'd be a good look. 30 for 30. Hell yeah, I'm on board with that. But yeah, the match. It was a good match.
The power
it was
bomb.
a good
The
match.
power bomb was. I thought the power. I don't know where he wanted that power bomb to go.
Where was the power bomb? Did I miss that?
The one in the corner.
Oh yeah, that was a bit messy.
Yeah,
That one was a bit messy. I don't know if Randy.
I don't think Orton wanted to take that one out really hard for his shoulders.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was ready for that. And
Watch the screen real quick.
all right, there we go. What the fuck? Oh God, who was that?
That's ACH going for his move, and he completely just fucked up.
What is the move?
He does the flips over. He does it a lot in PWG.
Like flip over? What do you mean?
He steps on the middle rope and then does like 2 front flips.
What?
Yeah. It's on PWG previews all the time.
And he usually nails it.
Nails it all the time.
That is dangerous.
And he fucking landed on his head right there.
Oh. Yeah, that's real fucking dangerous right there. I'd probably step away from that move. Because you're doing it from the turn. Like, you got to depend on a turnbuckle. Not the turnbuckle, I'm sorry, but the ropes.
The rope,
you got to depend on the ropes.
And getting over, yeah.
Yeah, all sorts of shit. You could snap all your shit up.
Yeah.
Like, what makes some of these indie guys even think about these moves?
They got to get over, son.
They probably just think, damn, what's the most inhumane thing I can do?
Yeah, what's the most ridiculous thing? So he powerbombed to hit him with the discus uppercut, and then he neutralized him.
Yo, them uppercuts in that match.
Yeah.
When he uppercutted his back, I just figured, like, all right. Yeah, they're going to go overboard with this shit. They're going to go completely overboard with this. He uppercutted his back when he was going for the RKO.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, boy. And then I love it when the guy is in the corner and Cesaro just sprints over there with the uppercut. And if these guys could ever learn one thing, I need them to learn this. Never, ever uppercut Cesaro back.
No.
If he uppercuts you, just let it ride. Don't uppercut him back.
Right.
You're not going to win that.
Right.
The Daniel Bryan thing should have told you that.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan got into an uppercut off. Absolutely not. No, that's not your thing. There's somebody else, like anybody that gets into an uppercut off with Cesaro, they're going to get that work.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get swung. It's gonna happen. You're going to eat this swing.
But that was Orton Cesaro. You would say that was a pay-per-view quality match, no?
On SmackDown?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't think that was pay-per-view quality, considering what we've been getting on pay-per-view?
Well, if you put it that way.
That's a pay-per-view quality match.
I think that they would do better on a pay-per-view. I think they would do much better.
I don't know. I think Orton was a little...
No, tell you drink only naked juice.
Naked juice.
Naked. I would say if you put them on pay-per-view, actually I would like to see them on pay-per-view because I really feel as though they would do a lot more.
That'd probably be something in a year or two. Probably a year. We'll see something like that.
Cause they work. They're big guys. They mesh. Orton just meshes well with a lot of people.
Yep.
It's just a shame that the crowd doesn't care.
Yeah, Orton's great.
Crowds just don't care for Orton.
Sometimes he's really boring, though. I get it with the rollouts. He's really slow for a lot of people, but I mean, he's good. He's a great worker.
Yeah, he gotta build the heat, as you call it. He gotta work the crowd a little bit, and that's what that is.
Right.
So, probably because he's not that. He doesn't connect well on the mic with people, but WWE over the past, I don't know how many years it's been, they've done a good job with masking that for him.
Yeah.
Because that's what they've been doing. Like, how do you last this long and be at the top level without having that great of mic skills?
They pulled it off with him.
Which means they could pull it off with anybody. I say that Cesaro should step into Orton's spot,
Mm.
even though he's a bit older now. Orton did. They did it
Cesaro's
with
got
Orton.
so many moves, dude. Oh my god.
They did it with Orton when he was about 23 or 24, and they
Yeah.
built him up from there. You know, Cesaro. I mean, he's still got years in him.
Yeah.
He's in damn good condition. He's in that wrestling condition that he could last. He can go for another 10 years.
Yeah.
He's another one of them straight edge guys, right?
Cesaro keeps himself in really good shape.
I see him with the protein drinks, not even protein drinks, but you know, all of the fucking workout stuff.
He ain't drinking that. He ain't drinking his G Fuel though.
He ain't up on that G Fuel.
No.
He need to get up on his G Fuel.
Yep.
I mean, if he's gonna be sitting there swinging people, he got to take a swig.
Right.
Got to take a swig.
With Titus being 36, though, do you think he's got to be put in a position quick? You think, right?
I wish they did it. I wish they did.
That's why I wish there was 2 titles. I really think they're gonna go back to it.
Yeah, they're still holding on to him. So
Here's the gimmick I got. I'm gonna nail this out real quick. There's one of 2 things will happen. Either he'll split the belts again.
mm-hmm.
Why did you send me a pop filter?
I want to know if that's what I should be getting.
That's the one I have on mine.
That's the one you have.
Yeah.
Works damn good.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking to right now.
Okay. I'm gonna order that now.
2 belts. Either they're gonna split them apart or they're gonna bring out a new belt because they're gonna go with the whole new logo set the day after Elimination Chamber. So maybe the day after Mania they present Daniel Bryan with the new belt or something.
Has anybody spoiled the new?
The new logo?
Yeah.
It's the WWE Network logo. It's like the Dune with the swoosh.
Let me see it.
It's very simple.
WWE.
Just type in WWE Network.
Let's check this out. He said with the swoosh.
I'd book Cesaro as the man of a few words and many moves. Only talk once a month. That's what Vault Warrior E360 says.
All right, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Now let me take a look at the title. WWE
They're
title.
not gonna have that title with that logo.
That's pretty much how the logo is now
No, it's a little cleaned
on
up.
the title.
It's not scratched up.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's cleaner. It's more like new age, new generation.
Okay. Well, it's not nothing drastic. So
No, it's not going to be a dramatic change on the belt. All they got to do is literally just change the front piece to that logo.
actually they made a belt so that they would never have to change it again. All they got to do is just change the plates.
Right. I don't know what. The
So if they want, they'll never have to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I see this.
Okay, so we talked about the belts. I want to talk about your favorite guy, Waza. Since this is like the freestyle of the show. We covered all the main shows. We could talk about TNA. Oh, let's talk about TNA real quick. Jeff Hardy. Have you seen what Jeff Hardy's coming back as?
Willow.
Yeah.
I hear that this is something that he does on the indies.
He did it one time in Ring of Honor. One match in Ring of Honor he had.
Jeff Hardy was at Ring of Honor?
Yeah, for one match.
I hear there's some indies company called Omega. You hear of it?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
And that's where he is now.
I don't know
Well,
what the
I
hell
don't know
they're
if he's here
doing.
now.
I don't know
But
what the hell they're doing with this gimmick.
let me type in Jeff Hardy, pull up his stuff. But yeah, this I'm interested. People say it had a Bray Wyatt type of feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that Bray Wyatt feel that people are talking
I
about?
don't know. It just seemed really stupid. I think that's what they're going for, though. They were going for the creepy gimmick, but this just looked really dumb because once you found out it was Jeff Hardy, it was just like, oh, okay, it's Jeff Hardy,
Like, what's the point?
right?
Ding. Now, is he going to be heel or face? Like, what are we doing here?
I hope he's a heel.
I'm looking. Yeah, it just has 2014 to present Willow. This is just says Willow. Road to Redemption. All right. But I'm interested. Maybe I'll take a look at it. Well, I'm not going to watch TNA. I'll probably catch some videos or some shit.
Oh, okay. That's all my TNA news. That's all that mattered. The Wolves. MVP. I'm just
Didn't they have a match? The Wolves have a match yet?
Yeah, they're hopefully going to get the title soon.
So they had a match. Who they go against?
I don't even care. It didn't matter.
All right.
It's not important. If it's not for the title, why even bother? You act like they have a tag team division.
Yeah, so if they do win the titles, who are they going to defend it against?
Yeah, the Bad Influence actually be a good program.
Hmm.
Bad Influence in the war, and because they don't have to do any of the talking. The Bad Influence does all the talking.
That right there makes me think Bad Influence should have won these titles long ago so that they could be the ones to drop it to the Wolves and then have a feud.
No, but David Lagana is super high on the bromance.
Who the fuck is David Lagana?
He's a creative guy. Vince Russo's back there too, so he probably thinks the bromance is the next DX or something.
All right, I'm done with TNA. What else we got?
Mm,
Yeah, that just. Oh, we had some questions we had to get.
I got
answered.
I got them all written down. Wiza, one of your favorites, Christian, is planning on leaving the WWE after his contract's up. What do you think he does? Do you think he just retires, or do you think he goes back to TNA?
No, he hates TNA.
So you think he's just gonna retire soon?
Yeah, maybe a backstage role or something.
Hall of Famer?
I don't see him. I don't see that. Maybe as Edge and Christian. As Edge and Christian, yes. Mm-hmm. As Edge and Christian only. By himself, no. I don't see him as a guy that would just completely leave wrestling cold turkey like Edge did, though.
Yeah.
I can see him still doing something.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think about Christian? Does he leave his contracts up?
Yeah, he's 40, and they're not really using him, so it's like, I think you're good, dude. I don't think he's got anything else to prove. I think he's reached what the WWE will give him. I think he's hit the ceiling.
Plus, now I think about it, I don't really see him like jobbing out to younger talent.
No, you don't see that, huh? He just loses to top guy. He loses to main card.
Yeah, man, they should have been jobbing him out.
Well, I mean, if his contract's not up very soon, it's up in a couple months. But like maybe when it gets closer to the end, they'll blow him off with maybe a SummerSlam blow off with somebody.
Man, his match with Del Rio was some top quality stuff.
That was some great.
Some top. I ain't gonna hold you. That was some good stuff.
Told you.
So he can still do it, but
another wiser guy, The Miz, looks like we'll be taking time off very soon.
I'm not answering this.
I think he needed time off because he needs a lot of work. He should just come repackaged.
As Willow?
Sure, why not? Prince Devitt. I know you don't watch any of him, but he's been offered the Del Rio contract.
Which is to come in looking all flashy?
No, it's to come in to NXT for a very short time and then rush straight to the roster, straight up to the main roster.
Okay.
And he's pretty badass, so I'm okay with it. But
he looks young. How old is he?
How old is Prince Devitt?
Yeah, he looks so freaking young.
Prince Devitt is 32.
Why do these guys must
keep in mind he's only 5'11".
I gotta get in good shape.
He's a small
I gotta
Irishman.
get in good shape so I can start looking younger, man.
He's a small Irishman. He's badass.
These guys look so much younger than what they are.
Exactly.
Man,
they keep themselves in good shape.
I gotta get in shape. I gotta get right.
Triple H and Punk. I wanted to talk a little bit about this because we talked to you.
Wow, we did this whole show and didn't even mention Punk.
Yeah, no sold them. We were requested. Punk and Triple H. If that happened, because we're talking about bringing back Triple H's hair. And
yes, we were talking about that.
So I think what I would have done if Hunter was so nice to put him over, have authority versus anti-authority, right? But have the winner take, like, Punk loses, he retires. Punk wins, he gets control. He gets Triple H's position. So that way you keep Punk on TV. He can rest up from his injuries. And it can go with, and Triple H can be off TV to grow his hair. And then Punk can turn heel as that GM. or COO or whatever the fuck he's gonna be.
Do you think? Do you think that Vince McMahon is successfully going away from heels and faces?
No.
Think about it. How many heels do we have? I mean, I know we have like Orton.
Bray, but he gets cheered.
I don't even think that they're booking Bray as a heel anymore.
He's just destroying guys.
Yeah, and I say that to say this:
Cesaro
Punk
wasn't
could
looked
just
at as a
be,
heel.
yeah, Punk could just be Punk.
Right.
Doesn't have to be classified as anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Punk is just going to be Punk as in the role. Imagine he's not even going to wear a suit.
just wear the jacket and some shorts.
Yeah, we got to figure out what his corporate gear is going to be. He'll probably just have.
Yeah,
He won't even
he'll
have a tie.
definitely have some shorts.
He'll have like an oversized suit with no tie, all buttoned down.
Because that's what he used to do at the announce table, right? He'd wear the jacket with some shorts.
Yeah, he'd wear the jacket in his like trunks and shit. Yeah.
Could you imagine him wearing the straight edge shorts?
That'd be funny.
The GM of Raw. Punk
Hires
comes
Cole
out.
Cabana to be the fucking commentator.
When are they just gonna stop bullshitting with Cole Cabana and just put him on?
No, they got him on WWE.com every fucking week, but
I mean, jeez, enough is enough. You know you guys want him.
All right, let's talk about. Let's see. Who do you? These are some questions that are on the Twitter feed. When will the Wyatts ever break up, and if so, when? I say eventually, but not a long time.
I think it's gonna be a while. It ain't gonna be like the Shield. They get him for a year.
No, this is gonna be a while. Luke Harper can do it. Luke
Harper's gonna be a beast, but I would like it if they just maybe if they get maybe if they were to get rid of Eric Rowan.
Yeah, that's the problem. Rowan cannot be on his own.
I actually don't even see him. Well, I don't know. He works in this role because he doesn't have to do much.
Yes.
He doesn't have to do much. All he has to do is just work on cleaning up his gimmick. Clean up his ring work. Which, they spent a lot of time with Roman Reigns in the same position, cleaning them up. And which is the reason why they stuck him with the Shield. Now, I think that if they actually bring in more guys, I think that this thing could go for a couple years. Yeah. Like they could have their individual feuds or individual runs, but still be the Wyatt family.
I think they're gonna stay for a good long.
And then Bray just be like just the god of everything.
God.
Yeah, I'm about to grab this pop filter right quick. Where's this one in Florida? So to get to me quick.
Let's see what we got here. Who do you think will main event 31? You had Punk and Bryan, right?
I have Punk and Bryan. I have Punk and Bryan in the off chance that this whole thing is a work.
If Punk doesn't come back, who do you got? Bryan and Reigns?
If Punk doesn't come back, ask me that after this Royal Rumble, Jesus. After this main event.
Okay.
I mean, why do I keep saying shit that I'm not supposed to be saying? WrestleMania. There we go. Ask me after WrestleMania.
Okay, I'll ask you after WrestleMania. Will we ever
what if it's Undertaker and Bray that fucking main events it?
No, I don't know. That's probably gonna be 32 or 33.
It'd be good if they actually main evented it.
Stone Cold thinks Bray needs a little more time before he can take that Undertaker.
I haven't listened to Austin in so long. I got to get back on it. Stuff. I haven't listened since his interview with Daniel Bryan.
Sting versus Bray. You think it ever happens?
Maybe at maybe one of the main four.
Yeah.
Give him a Survivor Series or a SummerSlam or something.
Yeah.
Who else? What else we got? Oh, we're still doing questions. All right.
Yeah, we got Tensai. He kind of low-key retired.
Now, when you say low-key, because I did see retired, but when you say low-key, what do you mean?
He just retired without any major announcement or anything. Or with big hubbub. Now they're grooming him into a commentator role, which he's actually really good at.
I saw that he was on NXT, right?
Yeah, he's very good. Him and William Regal are amazing.
He can talk. We know it. He can talk.
Yeah, and he actually calls moves.
Because he knows moves.
That's... But you think JBL knows moves, right? I mean, you would think, but I guess...
Was it him and JBL together on commentary?
It was William Regal and Tensai.
Ooh, could you imagine him, Willie Regal, and JBL doing
I think
commentary?
that's going to be the commentary for the NXT pay-per-view. Actually,
You're gonna be an NXT pay per view.
I'm talking about the Cesaro Zayn match, like the NXT Arrival, like the live show that's going to be on
Okay,
the network.
okay. I
That,
would like to see those three as a
Alex Riley's in there for
commentator.
some reason. Sometimes I hate Alex Riley.
Alex,
He sucks.
yeah.
He sucks.
Maybe I need to listen some more. The couple times I did hear him, I didn't think he was bad, but I didn't hear much.
But he just interrupts Tensai William Regal to say something stupid.
But was Tensai wearing the glasses though?
Yes.
Tensai's the man.
Tensai's
Do you have the lip rings?
all that.
That's my guy.
He's one of your guys now.
He's one of my guys, man. He gave me that interview. He's one of my guys.
Yeah, he gave a great interview actually.
It's one of my guys, man. The guy can talk.
Uh,
He never got the chance to talk other than being
Yeah, he never got a chance to talk. They quieted him with his Japanese gimmick, and then he's on the Tons of Funk. He didn't talk either. He could talk a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's clean.
He's clean.
Yeah, well.
All right.
I guess he feels though his talent was wasted, but WWE's money is too good, so he's gonna stay.
True. He's got a killer contract, so he might as well just do broadcasting. The new era. Name like 5 guys who you think is going to lead this new era.
Brian,
Okay.
Cesaro,
Yeah.
Bray. Well, the Wyatt family, does that count as one?
Sure. Bray.
Shield.
They're breaking up. I need a guy.
All right, you need a guy.
Roman.
Reigns.
Yeah.
Reigns, Ambrose. How many we got? Is that 5?
5. You have what I have actually. Reigns, Ambrose, Bryan, Cesaro, and Wyatt. That's actually.
I want to stick Cody in there somewhere though. I really think that Cody's gonna have. I still think that Cody's
there.
gonna. Yeah, and working with Goldust has really fucking helped it. It is really
He's
helped
right
it.
there. He's right there. With Del Rio leaving, that'd be a perfect. He could slide in perfectly actually.
Because he was actually right there when he was the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
But they held him back a little bit, and then Goldust bringing him in. Wow. Shoot, you want to talk about just igniting it? It really helped Cody with Goldust coming back.
Yes.
My question now: how the fuck are they gonna have their match? Like, what's gonna happen for them to have their match at Mania?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
That's what it's looking like, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's like they're not hinting at it or nothing.
I don't think. Yeah, I think they're gonna do something else with Cody.
Not doing nothing at Mania. I mean Mania at Elimination Chamber. Now all of a sudden I'm saying Mania.
Right.
How much do you pay for your pop filter?
I don't know, 12, 20 bucks?
Oh fuck! I just got shit. Okay, sorry.
Whatever. What else?
What other questions we
I
got?
got one more thing because it's already 5:02, so 8:02 your time. So I got one more, and this is something that I told you about a long time ago,
Okay.
and you didn't believe me, and you
Okay.
said there's no way this guy would get into a tryout. There's no way this guy would do anything. Dave Meltzer has finally reported that they're organizing Kevin Steen and Michael Elkin to go have WWE tryouts.
Well, you mentioned that to me.
And you were kind of on the fence about it. But now it's like all over
Yeah.
the place and everyone's like, oh my God. I'm like, I kind
I
of told
just-
everybody that already. Like, I knew that was in the making.
I can see them doing it. I just don't know what they would do with these guys.
Right.
Steen is still young as fuck.
Yeah.
Elgin is kind of young too. What's he in his like just over the mid-20s?
Yeah. Who, Steen?
But no, Elgin.
Michael Elkin's in his 30s.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe they all right, never mind. But Steen is young. Steen's about 28, 27 or something like that. I know I'm older than Steen. I just the reason why it just doesn't sit with me is because I know that they won't let these guys do their moves.
Right.
And their moves is what makes them.
Right.
They came
Unless
up
he's
with
got
their
the stunner.
Yes, and that was something that I had pitched to you.
Yeah.
Maybe It's gonna suck, man. These guys came up with their entire move sets themselves,
Yeah, he can't pile driver anybody.
and that's his whole thing, the package pile driver.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of moves though.
True,
He's got over 100 moves according to that YouTube, but
but a lot of them are fucking dangerous.
a lot of splashes, a lot of crazy shit that a big guy. His
Oh,
size
if
is
he
not
does,
seeing.
yeah, he does his cannonball. He could do that,
Yeah, he does a lot of good stuff.
but just his signature moves, man. What makes Kevin Steen like, and also when Michael Elgin, would they let him do all of his power bombs that he does, all of his buckle bombs and all of that,
I mean,
especially
why
especially with
not?
Batista.
They let Rollins do it.
Especially, yeah, but Michael Elgin could break somebody in half.
Michael Elgin does things he's not supposed to do.
He's too fucking girthy.
Yeah.
Will he enter Team Girth if he makes
Hell
it to the
yeah,
game?
he will.
He's Team Girth. I would love to see it. I would love to see them bring him up, but I'm just really, really interested in how they manage these guys.
Yeah.
Because they deserve to be up there? Can they make an impact? Absolutely.
Kevin Mike wise, because he's got the vocal skills.
Yeah. Could you imagine him come? Never mind. I was
Imagine
gonna
a tag team with Michael Elgin and Alexander Rusev.
that'd be OD.
Yeah.
That would be OD, and I could see it happening.
Because Michael Elgin could play.
They're both the same size.
And he could play a European character.
Yeah, because he has that look. He has that look. They're both they're both the same guys. Two girthy guys.
Yep. So I think that's it. It's 8:05. Are you gonna watch the All-Star game? You have to. Or you just wait till the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, I'm expecting a score of at the end of the third, it's gonna be 139 to 145.
Yeah, something crazy.
And then the final score is going to be 214 to 206.
Something like that.
Just completely unnecessary. No defense will be played.
Raw. Pharrell will be. Pharrell's going to be performing at halftime. If you're a Pharrell fan.
Yeah, that's not my guy. I'll check it out. I'll give it a shot.
That's it, guys. Our links are right there. Our YouTube, subscribe, tweet, all that good stuff. I'm going to go watch the All-Star game. But anything you got to say before we close the show?
Goodbye, everybody.
There it is.